Denise.
I'm sorry for dropping by like this.
That's okay. Come on in.
You sure? Because, you know, I can come back.
It's fine. Really. It's okay. Listen, if you're here to see Hope, she's napping.
No, I'm here to see you. About these parental rights papers.
With my license, the whole world is gonna know what you did and that David Stenbeck is dead.
And of course you want to be the one to tell them, right? The upholder of morality.
You call me a little crazy, but I have a problem with murder.
It wasn't murder.
You were playing vigilante.
The man was a sadist who specially was terrorizing vulnerable women.
I think you need to face it, Snyder. You are a cold-blooded killer who belongs behind bars, and nothing will make me happier than seeing you put there for the rest of your life.
This is for you, Hal. The most precious gift anyone could ever give you. Here is your son.
Brad. No. This is a joke. A sick joke.
Sorry, Carly.
Please don't do this. Let the party continue. Go on and have fun. This is a terrible mistake.
She's right about that. But the mistake has finally been corrected. Hal, you are Parker's biological father. I know that. Carly knows that. And now everybody knows it.
What the hell is going on here?
Brad? Carly?
Answer me!
If this is just you two looking for another way to hurt
Just
each
stop
other...
it, okay? Because you're hurting everybody else, too.
Especially my son. Come here, Parker.
No. He belongs with Hal.
He belongs with me!
John, I'm sorry. I know how much you love Parker.
Then why are you playing this game?
It's not a game. Parker Dixon is really Parker Munson.
Brad, please. Could we just talk about this in private before it gets out of hand?
No. Carly, it is over. Why don't you tell them the truth? Hal is the natural father of Parker, not John.
The lab report proves that I'm his father.
I've got an answer for that. Just hold on a second. This man's name is Russ Byler. He used to be a lab technician over at Memorial. He will confirm everything that I've just told you.
Can we just put those papers aside for a minute?
Sure.
I'm not here to do a number on you, okay, Lily? Because, I mean, you and Holden are the best, and I mean that. A child couldn't ask for better parents.
Thank you.
The way that you're raising Hope and the kind of care that you're giving her, it blows me away.
That's very sweet.
But I'm still making you nervous.
I sense a but coming. Look, I have to be upfront with you, Denise. I saw you, and I overheard what you said at the solarium when you had Hope in your arms, and you were saying that you were a part of each other and that things could be different.
Yeah, but I was just thinking out loud.
Look, Denise, if something has happened and you're not going to sign the papers, please just tell me.
If you were justified in killing David, why bury the body, huh?
I don't have to justify my actions.
Because you were covering up a crime. That's why!
Reed!
Julia, just stay out of this. I'm so sick of keeping his secret. It is time that he was held accountable for David Stenbeck's death.
That was between us,
Not
Reed.
anymore. Not anymore. Your friend shot a man to death. He threw him in a hole, tossed dirt on his face, and it's time that he was brought to justice.
You were my therapist. You had no right to break that
Julia,
confidence.
Will you try to understand
No,
this?
have you forgotten? I helped Holden bury him. If you put Holden behind bars, you're gonna have to put me there too.
Just listen to what this man has to say. That's all I
What the hell are you
ask.
trying to pull
This
here?
is some sort of a hoax.
You're fooling with people's lives.
I have an interest in this, too.
Yes, you do. As do most of the people in this room.
Because
That's why I
if
chose
Parker is
today.
not John's son,
Yes, I know exactly what that means, and so does Carly.
But Parker is my son, and nobody's going to make me believe otherwise.
That's why Russ is here.
It was Molly Conlon who did it.
Molly, what does Molly have to do with this?
She switched the results of the paternity test.
Come on, why would Molly do that?
You want to tell him, or shall I? Okay. Suit yourself. He rigged the test to make it appear that John was the natural father, when actually it was Hal.
That's a damn lie. You're not going to get away with this.
Go ahead, Russ, tell him.
I had some debts, you see. And Miss Conlon offered me a pretty piece of change. So I took it.
She bribed you.
First to let her see the test results before anybody else did, and then she laid some extra cash on me to switch the results.
My God.
I'd like to hear all of this from Molly.
This is for real?
It's the way it happened, the way I'm telling you.
Unbelievable.
Have them run another test on you and the kid. You'll see.
You know, with each new stunt you pull, you sink lower and lower, but this time you've even surprised me. You've hit rock bottom, kid.
Why, Carly?
I'll tell you why. It was greed. She had to have this little bundle of joy before Rosanna's deadline. You don't care who you hurt, do you?
And this is Hal. Someone who loved you and you supposedly cared about.
I do. I do care about Hal.
Switching the results was not my idea, it was Molly's. I honestly believe that John was Parker's father. I didn't learn about what Molly did until much later.
Well, why didn't you tell Hal as soon as you found out?
And why didn't you tell John?
Because she was too busy thanking Molly for saving her $50 million windfall.
I would have told them. Someday.
Parker is 8 months old already. John loves him. You allowed him to get closer and closer to the baby, and in the meantime, Hal had a child he didn't even know about.
Do you think you're being fair to Parker? What about the child? Don't you think he has a right to know who his real father is?
You're right. Of course you're right. But I was...
But what? What, you were just too confused, jumping back and forth between Hal and John and Oakdale's answers to the Baldwin brothers?
Have you known about this all along?
Yeah,
Then you're just as guilty as she is.
but at least I finally did the right thing. Better late than never.
Nobody's done the right thing. I don't care what this creep says. This boy is mine. I delivered him, for God's sake. I've looked after him every day since. I've held him, and I've loved him. And you're a Dixon. That's right. He's Parker Dixon. And he's going to remain Parker Dixon.
Julia, this is between Reed and me.
No. David held Lily and me hostage. I witnessed what that psycho was
I'm the
capable
one who
of.
shot him, though.
To save our lives.
Dr. Hamilton isn't buying the argument.
If it wasn't for Holden, Lily and I would not be here today. And I don't regret for 1 second that I helped bury him. If you turn Holden in, then you're gonna have to turn me in too. And everything will come out, including your part in all of this.
Wait, my part?
Holden and I may have buried the body, but you burned it. That is destroying evidence.
I did that to help you.
Oh, but now you want to see me behind bars for murder with your engagement ring on my finger.
All right!
I won't turn him in, okay? I'll let him go. All right?
I'll count on that. All right. Maybe outside. Come in.
I have to talk to Reed.
I'll wait for you. I want to talk to you.
You forgive me?
Why would you do this? How can I ever trust you again?
Oh, look, Holden, he came over here. He was looking for a fight.
What?
You know,
What?
you know the hell that I've
snapped?
been through. Yeah. Something like that, yeah. I don't know, maybe it's being back in Oakdale. I'm just burnt out. Can't we just focus on the good things, huh? Marin, Mackinac Island, the wonderful times that we've had together. We can work through this, Julia. I need you so much. So does Melinda. You mean the world to us. Dr. Hamilton.
It's Molly.
Well, this really isn't a good time.
Oh, but it's the perfect time. I'm in your office.
You're what?
That's right. And you better get here now, Reed.
I'll be there as soon as I can. A patient of mine needs me.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, we'll talk about this later.
I've been thinking a lot about what Hope's life is going to be like. See, to most of the world, she looks like she could be your biological child.
But you're the woman that gave birth to her. We'll never forget that. I told you that I was adopted.
Yeah, I know.
So I know what it's like. I love my mother, Lucinda, who raised me, but doesn't mean I don't love the mother that
I
gave
know
birth
that
to
you can
me.
handle the adoption part. But I'm talking about something different.
What?
Lily Hope's biracial, and it's real important to me that she knows that.
She will, I promise.
Growing up, she is going to be a part of your family. The Snyders and the Walshes, and that's going to be great. But she's half African American, and she's also part of the Maynard family, too. I want her to have a sense of where she comes from, Lily. And, well, the fact that she's got such light skin, well, it's just going to make it a whole lot harder for her to identify.
We will make sure that she understands.
I want her to know about her heritage. I guess I just need some kind of reassurance about that.
Denise, you can tell me. If this is the reason why you won't sign the papers, just tell me.
Your fiance blew out of here like a tornado.
It's an emergency. A patient needed him.
Did he give you any explanation for that scene inside?
Not really.
You know, I'm getting bad vibes about this guy, and if I were you...
Look, Holden, he's not gonna hurt me if that's what you're thinking.
How can you be so sure? You know, forgive me for asking, but why the hell are you engaged to this guy?
I owe him a lot.
Because he helped you with your addiction? That's commendable, but it's no reason to marry the guy.
All right, look, we are nowhere near the marriage phase. Okay. Listen, when he gave me this, things were really different between us. Now, I'm not sure where our relationship is headed.
Just promise me that you're not going to rush into anything.
I've already made that promise to myself.
So you admit that you have concerns about him?
If you're asking if I have questions, the answer is yes, I do.
Well, here's a question for you. Why would a single childless man require the services of a nanny agency? When that lowlife was blackmailing Molly...
It didn't have anything to do with the WOAK story like she claimed. It was part of this paternity scam.
You knew that? When we scared him off?
I didn't know anything until later.
You don't believe all that stuff, do you? All that grown-up kind of stuff they're talking about, you don't believe it. And I don't believe it. You don't believe it, I don't believe it. What do you say? We make a pact. We make a pact. Yeah, look at that. Look at that thing over there. You're gonna keep your shoes on this time.
John.
Okay. Go to hell. Hey.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry for doing this to you.
Yeah.
I know it's your worst nightmare. It's mine too. Hey. Hey, sweetie. Would you just let me take him for a minute?
Not a chance, not a chance. Hey, what's this?
Please.
If I have anything to do with it, Carly, you'll never hold this boy again, so you just leave us alone. Look at that. Look at that. What do you think? What do you think?
I'm gonna go talk to John. No, let me do it.
What do you think that is? What do you think that is? Let me straighten out your tie. Tie's as bad as mine.
John.
Don't start in with me. I'm not giving up my son.
John.
Do it.
I'm probably the one person in this room who knows exactly what you're feeling.
Jack, please don't think the worst of me. I know you have every right to, but...
Sorry to interrupt here, but it seems we have some things to discuss.
I'm sorry. What Brad said.
The
I was
jig is
gonna
up, Carly.
I'm begging you. Please, Rosanna, don't do anything rash.
You knew the conditions.
Yes.
In order to collect the trust, you had to be married to the baby's father at the time of the birth.
I was. I was married to the father of the baby at the time of conception.
That's not good enough. Sorry. And your dress, by the way, is very nice. An original Montevici, am I right? Très chic. Très expensive. Better let everyone get a good look at you in it, because this will be their last chance. As of this moment, the gravy train has derailed.
You think I care about this dress? Take it. Have it. It would probably look better on you anyway.
I think you're right.
Contrary to popular belief, my first priority is not me. It's my son. And I have plans for him, Rosanna. Private schools and summer camps and a nice home and all the things that you had growing up and that I didn't. Is that so terrible? I know that I did a horrible thing, but please don't punish Parker for it.
I have no intention of doing that.
You don't?
Of course not.
Well, thank you. You have no idea what that means to me.
Parker is my nephew, and I adore him. Which is why I plan to make new arrangements to provide for him.
New arrangements? What new arrangements, Rosanna?
I'm going to create a new trust fund for him to be administered by Hal.
Parker has a trust fund.
Yes, he does, in your name. But I think you've milked Parker's trust fund enough, so that one will be dissolved immediately since it was obtained fraudulently. You can kiss Fairwinds goodbye, sis. Along with the private jet and that fancy car I saw parked outside. And those glass slippers, treasure them. Because the ball is over. The clock has struck midnight, and it's time for you to go back to scrubbing floors.
Go ahead, Emma. You hate me. Kick me while I'm down.
I don't hate you, Carly. I hate what you've done to my family.
I'd almost rather have your hatred than your pity.
Oh, Carly. Carly, Carly. You are much too pretty and too smart to be pitied. You know, all that's happened here today and all the lies that have led up to it, they just make me feel terribly, terribly sad. But if this is what it takes, good God, girl, learn from this tragedy. I mean, look at the mess you've made of your life. Now, if this isn't a wake-up call, I don't know what is. Wake-up call. You know, Carly, this is a great opportunity for you. You love to shock people. Well, the only way that you can shock people now is to show them another side of yourself. A nice side. Now, I certainly haven't seen that. But Jack tells me there's one there. And if Jack is right, then I think this would be a good time to show that nice side to others. You think about it. You just make a fresh start. If not for yourself, then for Parker's sake. Hmm?
I'm overwhelmed. I'm angry. I'm confused. I'm worried.
Maybe just a little bit happy.
What, that I have another son?
John, you and I know more than anyone else what it's like to lose a child. And have it happen a second time.
It's not gonna happen a second time. You all right? Johnny's gone forever, but I still have Parker.
Well, you may not want to hear this, but you might not.
No, don't say it.
John.
Isn't it enough that he's getting you, Hal's getting you? Must he get my son as well?
Oh, God, John.
He means everything to me. Don't you understand that?
You know that I do.
I mean, I've held him and taken care of him when he's sick. I've looked after him when he was fussing. I've rocked him in my arms until he's fallen asleep. I can make this guy laugh. Again, I see that? And he makes me laugh, too. And on those days when he comes over and he spends the night with me, I watch him until he drifts off. And then I just sit there for hours looking at him when he's asleep. So that when he wakes up, he knows that silly old guy standing by his crib is his old man. And you know that, don't you? See, he's not old enough to talk yet and say that, but you know that. Yes, I know you know. Yeah, you do. But what's going to happen if you wake up and I'm not there? Forever. I mean, that I can't pick you up and I can't make you laugh forever. Then how are you going to feel about that?
Tell me more about your family.
Yeah, our reunions. Sometimes when you're with your own, they just make you feel so comfortable.
With your own?
I'm talking about my kin, but I'm also talking about black people in general. I mean, I want Hope to know who her people are. I want her to know the history and the journey they took. Just like when she looks at old TV programs or history programs, I want her to know who Rosa Parks is and Marian Anderson, and I want her to feel pride. And when she hears the phrase, "I have a dream," she's got to know that that dream was for her, too.
Look, Denise, I will never know what it's like to be black, but I have friends who can instill that kind of pride and hope. There's Jessica, there's Reverend Dansby, and let's not forget Ben.
As if I could.
You guys are getting close, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, he's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Is it serious?
I don't know. I mean, Ben and I were just starting out, so we still got a ways to go. But
Are we okay here? I promise you. I will fulfill your wishes. I promise.
okay. I just needed to hear that.
The one person who I expect to influence Hope the most in her life, outside of Holden and myself, is you. Who better to teach her about who she is?
Thanks. All right, well, I guess we better end everything here before I end up with my makeup around my ankles.
After everything we've been through, we're entitled to a few tears.
Hand me those papers, will you?
Do you have any idea why Reed would need to hire a nanny?
You're just gonna have to trust me on this one, Holden. It has nothing to do with you.
So then you do know something.
But I can't talk about it, okay? Look, there are some things that I just... I'm sorry.
For God's sakes, you were with me when I shot David. What kind of secret could Hamilton have that you can't tell me?
Look, Holden, I know that you don't like the guy, okay? But Reed has not had an easy life. That's all I'm gonna say.
I can understand that you're grateful to the guy.
Look, he saved my life.
But you admit that you have concerns about him.
Which I am going to get to the bottom of.
Just help me out here, all right? You're his fiance. Whatever it is that's troubling you might be the same things that are troubling me.
It's nothing much.
Anything at all.
All right, he's from Toronto. When I ask him about his life there, he shuts down, okay? And some of the things that he's told me don't quite add up.
Like? Julia, come on, please.
Holden, listen, I'm not ready to discuss that yet, okay?
All right, fine. I am going to keep digging until I find out what the whole story is. And I will find out, with or without your help.
Molly?
I just hate to leave him like this.
Well, there's really nothing we can do for any of them. What do you say we go home?
Okay. What do you want? John, I know you want to do the best thing that's possible for Parker.
He's all that matters to me now.
But you're not going to lose him, don't you see that? You're still going to be able to spend time with him. And he'll know how much you care about him, how much you've done for him.
Come on.
Parker.
Munson. I think you're gonna have to get a lawyer to change his name, though.
Yeah, I guess.
Listen, there are a couple of things you should know. He's got a little bit of a bronchial condition, so you gotta go easy on the air conditioning, okay? Doctor's orders. He loves running around his bare feet. He kicks his shoes off all the time.
Really?
So, yeah.
Matter of fact, hey, I got a little fin in me, too.
So, that's good. What I do is I keep an extra pair of socks if, well, I mean, it gets a chill, you know. I got some, stuffed animals toys that he likes. I'll see that you get them. Parker, this is Hal. He's your... He's gonna take good care of you. All right. Give me a kiss. Take care of him, Hal, will you?
Why? Why now, Brad, after remaining silent for so long?
After I found out I became part of it. And I didn't want to be. I know it was a mistake, bringing Carly into my life. I couldn't do anything to fix the past, so I thought I could do something to fix the future.
Whose future? Yours? Or Carly's and your brother's? That's what all this public display was about, wasn't it?
I would have told you.
When?
I tried. Earlier tonight. We talked about the things that I'd done. And you said that there was nothing in my past that you wouldn't be okay with. But I knew that wasn't true.
No, I did say that I could accept anything from your past. Mm-hmm. But this ain't your past, Carly. It's you and Parker. It's now.
I know. It's tearing me apart. I considered telling everybody the truth, Jack. Especially John and Hal and you. But every day that went by, it got harder and harder.
Harder? Harder to give up the money?
That's when everybody's gonna believe. But the money, it's not what I was worried about losing. It was Parker. And now it's you too. If I lose you, and if I lose my son, I will have lost everything.
Hey. Am I interrupting something?
No, I was just leaving.
You don't have to go on my account, Denise.
No, I have to go. So, thanks again, Lily, for everything.
Thank you. I'll call you.
What's going on? Is there a problem?
Denise signed the custody papers.
Well, that's great news. Why are you crying?
She doesn't want anything from us. She just wants Hope to know that she's black and to have pride about who she is. Denise has the biggest heart. I wish you could have heard the way she was talking.
So these are happy tears then?
Happy and sad. The way that we love Hope, that's how much Denise loves her too.
Hope is a very lucky little girl.
I know. Hey, where have you been?
I had to go over and see Reed Hamilton.
What?
He told Molly all about how David died.
What?
And he threatened to turn me into
Oh
the
my
police.
God,
It's
Holden.
okay. Julia convinced him to keep it under wraps.
This is so weird.
Yeah, it is weird. And
No, I had a run-in with Hamilton. He's trying to convince Denise to keep Hope.
why would he do that?
That's what I'd like to know.
So what's this? Last time I saw you, you were a basket case because you found out David Stenbeck was dead.
I don't want to talk about David.
Fine. Why are you here?
What does it look like?
Molly, we're committed to other people.
I can't speak for you and Julia, but you've always said that Andy's not good enough for me.
He's not.
And you are? That's what you think, isn't it? That you're the right man for me? Well, here's your chance, Reed. Show me. You've come so close before. In Oakdale and in California. There is so much unfinished business between us. Come on, Reed. Let's finish it now. You've waited so long for this. We both have.
When Parker grows up and learns what I did, he may hate me. I wouldn't be able to blame him. What I did was wrong. Everything I do seems to be wrong. I'm sorry, Jack. And not because I got caught, but because I let you and Parker down. Will you please say something, please? I need to know if you're going to be able to forgive me for this, Jack. Or if this time it's really over for us.
When I saw Hamilton at the Lakeview, he made it very clear that he was opposed to us raising Hope.
Did he say why?
Reed believes that we want Hope for all the wrong reasons, that she's just a quick fix to our missing daughter.
And where does he come off saying that?
Everything that he said, though, it just seemed so personal.
Well, that's how he was when I was with him. What kind of psychologist divulges what he's been told in a therapy session?
What did Julia say?
Well, she was very upset. And there's something else, too, that's
What?
very weird here.
What?
Reed hired a nanny service.
He doesn't have a child, does he? He's not married.
Jack was right about this guy. I should have listened to him. He knew this guy was trouble the day he came to town. Even Julia is suspicious.
But they're engaged.
Something tells me not for long. I tried to talk to her about it. I tried to get her to open up, and she wouldn't.
Do you want me to talk to her?
No. Let me give it one more try. Now that I know about your little run-in with Reed, I have a few more questions for her, and this time she's going to give me some answers.
Yeah, I'm trying to reach Dr. Reed Hamilton. No, he left here earlier. So you have no idea where he is? No message. Maybe I'll just head over to his office, see if he stopped by there. Bye.
Molly,
Make love to me, Reed.
Molly,